Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Into the Radius series. I'm still going to continue the formatting of the last video. Sorry for the bad footage, but next video should be fine. I already recorded it. The footage looks good, no bad audio, so we'll see what happens the next one. But thank you all for watching. Please consider subscribing. It really helps me out. And we did pass 10 subscribers, so soon I'm going to be doing a 10 subscribers special. But thank you all for watching. Let's get on with the content. First, I head to Blocky Village because there's some enemies I need to kill there. But I need to kill all the enemies there, and I got a few missions there too in Blocky. So I need to do all of them first before anything. And there were quite a bit of enemies, so it took a while to go through and a few annoying deaths, but eventually I got through. I also took out the enemy spawner for artifact. And went and got more artifacts as well. There were some near the village. After that, I went up to the factory area near the tower, and there were a lot of enemies here, but I did get through all of them okay, and I was just really trying to loot here. But I did also clear out the spawner for another artifact, which we could sell later on. Then I went to the downstairs portion of the factory in search of some more artifacts. And it is still pretty dangerous down here due to all the anomalies. And I did take a little bit of damage, but I did get through and find all the artifacts I wanted. I still was wary if there were any propane tanks, because last time I was here I was hit by a propane tank and nearly died. But this time around it was clear of propane tanks, but there were a few monsters. And after clearing the bottom area and making sure there weren't any artifacts left, I climbed out and I went and looted other places. And one of the packs I found had a hunting shotgun, which is not too bad of a shotgun. It's a really fancy one, but I decided to keep it because I didn't have one of them, and I could fix it up, and maybe it could come in handy too. After that, I went and climbed up the tower. I was gonna climb up it just for the box that might spawn up here, because usually there's some crates up here. But this time there's a quest item and a lot of monsters. I don't know how the monsters spawned up here, but there were quite a few. But luckily I was able to take them out just by peeking over. After clearing out some of the monsters, I did seem to find the orange box I came here to get. So once I got it, I dropped it down the tower so I can keep it safe all the way down there while I climb down. It's easier climbing down the tower than climbing up, but you do have to be careful still, because if you fall from a good amount of height, then you will still die. But I was able to make it down safe. And I went and got some more artifacts that were around the area too, because all these areas were chock full of artifacts. And the black box too. I don't know why, but you can't put it in a large weapon holster, which was kind of annoying. So that meant I had to hold it around everywhere. And I still had some more areas to visit. And the next one was a anomaly field for the heavy helix artifact, which there are quite a few electric anomalies here too, which were kind of annoying, but I didn't hit any. And thankfully, the first artifact we found was the regen artifact, which regens your health, which was very useful in this expedition because we ran out, so it was nice getting some extra healing. So after having a good look around, I did find one of the artifacts we need. And this one was the crier, which good thing I lost the audio after finding that one, because that one was pretty annoying, because all it does is just scream every few seconds. So I had to carry that with me to turn in the quest. But after I was done with that, I fought some monsters and picked up my box and went on my way. Though while reloading the gun I had, because there were quite a few monsters, he seemed to have an open hand, which I accidentally dropped the box, and I didn't realize I dropped it for a while, and still after, I couldn't find it. But after getting into Kolkaz, I was immediately ambushed. But this place is a very dangerous place, and it kind of sucks that I have to narrate it instead of just having good footage to show of it being dangerous. But I looted around and found a few more crates, which thankfully I had some ammo, which I was in need of. Throughout this whole expedition, I started running out on ammo for all my guns, so the little bit of ammo there was very helpful. So after that, I went to the anomaly field, which I needed to get a heavy helix artifact. I don't know if I said the last one was the heavy helix. The heavy helix artifacts were and this time only around cold cause. The last one I found was a cry. Sorry for the mistake. So after dealing with some of the enemies, I started finding a lot of artifacts here, which around this time, I was starting to realize I was getting a lot of artifacts. And these ones weren't half bad artifacts too, these were ones worth a good amount price. Plus quest artifacts, which were all nice to have. But after leaving, I was ambushed by the tank in Cold Cause, which kind of sucks because there's a tank in this game, and it's only found in Cold Cause, but it can be very deadly, and mostly just make you hide while being attacked by enemies, which isn't a very good thing. So I had to place myself at a good spot to hide from the tank while dealing with enemies to not get shot. But I did take care of them without dying, which was nice. And I also forgot to get an artifact, so I went back and got that after dealing with the monsters. After sniping a guy near a bridge, which took quite a few shots of the ammo I had, but after getting to the bridge, I went below it to get a nice gun, which was one of the Mosin rifles, which I didn't need to get because I ended up running out of space in my bag pretty quickly, because after this I had to hold a heavy gun out. So it kind of sucks I went and got this, but there are other guns here too I can get. And at this point in the video, I realized that I had dropped one of the quest items I needed, and went around looking for the black box, but it's orange for some reason. I don't know why they have it that way. And I even went back to Milwaukee Village, which I didn't look around too much there, because if I did, I would have found it if I retraced my steps, but after looking around, I realized that I've lost it, and I'll need to look over the footage to find it. And hope it didn't respawn back where it was, but even if it did, I would still be able to get it. But after being ambushed by monsters and killing the worst enemy in the game, I made it to a cabin where I started looting, but yet again was ambushed, and running out of ammo, I had to use my pistol and shotgun, which my AR was out of ammo, so I couldn't do much about that. But I still had a little bit of pistol ammo left to help me survive through. So after looting, I left in search of the next quest area we can get the second and final heavy helix artifact, which was close by, but there was still a lot of enemies on the way. I had to fire a few shots with my shotgun, which did over some enemies, but thankfully I was able to get away. But there was still a lot of annoying enemies to deal with. After a while, I did make it to the greenhouse, which had a lot of artifacts in there, plus the quest artifact I needed for a quest, which thankfully had a lot of them. But it was very dangerous here, and because I was low on ammo, I did die a lot, but I got a lucky headshot on the sniper here. And after I did that, I saved for quick caution, so I could go through easy. But there were still a lot of deaths after this due to the broken shotgun I was using jammed up a lot. So even when I was shooting it and it was loaded, it open fire, so that kind of sucked. But after a while, I was able to kill the garden there and was free to loot the warehouse nearby, which thankfully had some more ammo for some of my guns, mainly the pistol and the AKM, which was very nice. It gave me about 1 mag worth of ammo, but anything in this game at that point was taking, as long as it was useful. But I was able to use the AKM for a little bit more, and I got to use it on this next guy, which I still died a few more times on, but he ran over to the side behind the fridge, but I was still able to shoot him before shooting the spawner and getting another artifact, but I couldn't sell that one because that was a quest one. Next, I made my way into the greenhouse part of the greenhouse area, and there was quite a bit of loot, but at this point, I realized I was carrying way too much, and I had to manage my inventory a lot, so I couldn't take everything here, but I did eventually make my way past a lot more loot and into the rooms that had a lot more artifacts, which thankfully I was able to get quite a bit of. And I don't know why, but for some reason, most of the artifacts in here were the regen artifacts, which heal you, which I'm not complaining, but it's weird I got multiple. But I also got the heavy helix artifact I came for. And after clearing out all the artifacts here and done looting the whole place, I retraced my steps and exited the greenhouse. After that, I walked over to a lake area which had some more loot, but I couldn't take some of it. And I headed over to the fast travel area, which I could now travel to between my base and Kolkaz. And I said one final bye to Kolkaz before I left. Now at home, I started cleaning, because after that mission, I had a lot of it. It was very dangerous, but I had a lot of it. So I just spent a while cleaning up loot, and at that point, I had so much loot and so large of a stash that it was lagging me just by looking over by it. But after the mission, we've had probably the most artifacts I've ever seen at one time, which is genuinely really good. And we were able to sell that and get enough stuff to repair my armor, which I needed. Because the armor in this game, it gets worse the more you take damage. And after that too, I went and bought some ammo for my AKM and my Beretta, because I was pretty low on it. But that was pretty much it. And thank you guys for watching. It really helps me out if you subscribe and like, and comment if you have any ideas, or if you just want to say anything. But I'm sorry for the bad videos lately, but the next one should be of better quality. So see you guys later. Bye.